On today's episode of Let's Talk Drones, we're getting caught up on some leak information that I missed over the last 2 weeks or so. Want to get out there, talk a little bit about one of the newer drones that DJI is releasing, the DJI Flip. Let's not waste any more time. Let's talk drones. What's up? It's Chris, the Drone Geek, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Drones. Now, I want to just apologize because, again, I have done a terrible job keeping up on these videos over the past month or so. Really, the big issue that I've had is just the holiday schedule. I mean, getting around, seeing all the people I need to see, doing all the things I need to do for the holiday season has kept me away from my recording desk. But the other issue that I've had, if you remember in the last video, I talked about being sick. A few days after getting over the sickness that I was riddled with for about 4 days or so, 3 or 4 days, I developed a sinus infection. So it's like one of those deals where I just can't seem to win. Now, luckily, I'm feeling a lot better today. It's been about 5 days since that started. So I think I'm coming out of it. I definitely feel good enough to record, and I think I sound well enough at this point to be able to record this. And I think it's important I record it too, because I've been missing a lot of the leak information that's been posted on various websites and outlets that I get this information from. One of the new drones that DJI is coming out with is the DJI Flip. Now, if you haven't seen this thing, I'm just gonna pop a picture up right now so that you can see what it looks like before we start talking about what we might be able to expect from it. You'll see here that the drone sort of takes on an amalgamation between the DJI Neo, one of the more recent drones that DJI has released, and of course, the beloved DJI Mini series. There's just some aspects of each of those drones that you can see fused together into what they're calling the DJI Flip. Now, we're not flying totally blind here. We do have some alleged leaked specs from a source that I get a lot of this information from. This is Quadro News, otherwise listed as Igor on X or Twitter, however you refer to that website. They post a lot of stuff about DJI leaks and upcoming drones from DJI, and one of their more recent tweets actually includes some of the, again, alleged or supposed specs for this drone. Now, you can see here in a tweet posted by Igor Bagnadov that there are some of those leaked specs. First and foremost, this drone is going to be 249 grams or less. Now, we expected that, especially a drone taking inspiration after the DJI Neo and the DJI Mini, that it would be a sub 250 drone. What's really interesting about it is the fully encased propellers without the addition of a propeller guard. You'll see that there's a cage on both the top and the bottom of the propeller and the motor assembly. So that means that the propellers are totally encased, which means because of remote ID requirements in the United States, there will likely be remote ID on board. In fact, I think it's legally bound to have remote ID on board and able to be transmitted from the drone. That means this drone will be compliant for operations over people in the United States without any further risk mitigations or waivers. This drone is ready to go because it checks those 3 boxes. It's under 250 grams in weight. It's got fully encased or non-lacerating propellers. In this case, they're fully encased, and it's able to transmit remote ID. Those are all of the important factors when it comes to flying a Category 1 drone over people. So this will be OOP compliant right out of the box. What's really interesting here is that we've got object tracking. Now, that's not new for DJI, but what kind of sounds new and intriguing is AI to maintain the best viewing angle throughout the shot. So I don't know exactly what this means, but I'm assuming that it has the ability to reframe shots and keep subjects' point of interest in frame and in the best position in frame using AI. Now, you might think that sounds no different than just tapping on an object and being able to orbit around it or have a point of interest pattern, whatever the case may be, but there's something about the way this is worded that tells me that this is going to take that to the next step. It's going to be just a little bit more advanced than the last few drones that have been able to do point of interest orbits and patterns around particular subjects. On top of that, I think it will also have the ability to keep objects and subjects in frame if you're shooting a wide aspect ratio, like a 16:9, but you also want a 9:16 for TikTok or Instagram. I imagine that this AI will assist in keeping your subject or the most interesting parts of your frame in that middle section that's the 9:16 aspect ratio, so that you can just edit it very easily in post. The camera sensor is a 1/1.3 inch CMOS sensor. That's the same size and type as the Mini 3, Mini 4, Neo, and Avata 2, plus the Air 3 if you count that as well. The probable image resolution is going to be around 12 megapixels. That's just my guess. That wasn't included in this tweet, as you can see, but I would be willing to bet that when it comes to photos, this drone will be able to shoot 12 megapixels natively. The DJI Flip will also be capable of shooting 4K video in HDR at 60 frames per second, providing buttery smooth, high-resolution imagery with a great dynamic range as far as contrast and color goes. And finally, the total flight time on one battery will be approximately 31 minutes, which, if you look at the batteries in the image that was leaked with these specs, you can see they're not all that big, especially considering the DJI Flip is going to be a smaller drone in stature. The fact that they can pull 31 minutes out of a cell this size, pretty impressive. Time will tell whether or not that figure is correct, but if it is, I'll be blown away. So now that we've talked about the specs, let's take a look at some more images that I've found leaked on the DJI Flip and draw some inferences just by looking at the drone and some of the accessories that come with it. First and foremost, the batteries appear to be top loaded like in the Mavic 1, Mavic 2, Mavic Air 1, and the Air 2 drones. This will be an opportunity in my mind for DJI to demonstrate they refined the mount type and worked out the issues those previous drones ran into as the batteries aged or if they were not installed completely correctly. It also appears that this drone has a front display for autonomous flight modes like the Neo and the Hover Air autonomous drones. This implies that this drone will also be capable of being used without a DJI RC of any kind. And finally, this drone folds up to an uber compact size in a completely different way than we've ever seen before from a DJI drone. All of the arms appear to fold downward to fold under the body of the drone for storage that is going to be a little bit different for some users, but for first-time DJI users, this may be the way of the future. Now let's touch on some of the key takeaways you should keep in mind as we wind down closer and closer to the release of the DJI Flip. First of all, I think this is a clear indication that DJI is improving upon the Neo concept. I don't know that that means that the Neo is going anywhere anytime soon. They may come out with a Neo 2, but I also wouldn't be surprised if the Flip is sort of a replacement for the Neo, much like the Mini replaced the Spark, much like the Air replaced the Mavic Air. Not quite as drastic a change between the Mavic Air and the Air, but you get the picture. Basically, DJI, in my mind, is using the Flip to address all of the issues that folks might have had previously with the Neo, which there were a handful. And the reason that I believe that is because this drone, for all intents and purposes, is somewhat identical to the Neo in terms of its concept and what it's to be used for. It's an autonomously flown drone that you have the ability to pair with a DJI RC, and it's designed for operations over people right out of the box when you consider the weight, the propeller mounting system, and of course the ability to broadcast remote ID. All of those things have checked the boxes as per the FAA to allow for immediate operations over people with this drone. One of the improvements that I am definitely expecting to see with this drone compared to the Neo, assuming that it is an improvement upon the DJI Neo and the next iteration of it, is that we will have more powerful motors on board this drone. Now, there's a lot that goes into flight and aerodynamics, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know every little thing about that. I do know a little bit about it, and usually larger motors mean a little bit more power in more adverse conditions, i.e. high winds. And one of the chief complaints that users responded to DJI with when the Neo was released was that it wasn't a super powerful drone when it came to even a light breeze. There were a lot of flyaways with the DJI Neo. And I say a lot like there were a ton, but just a lot for a DJI drone. It seemed like there were a disproportionate amount of people reporting flyaways with the Neo in some way, shape, or form. They might not have been huge flyaways where they went off into the distance, they were never to be seen again, but a lot of people did excite some issues when it came to keeping the drone stationary and fighting against higher winds. Now, does that mean that the Flip is going to be an absolute machine in the highest winds possible? I'm talking gale force. No, when you look at the weight of the drone and even just the aerodynamics, it's sort of got a whoop format with those propeller guards and the way it's laid out. It's very similar to the Neo, to the Avata series in that regard. So when you look at that and you consider the weight and all of the other things that go into a smaller format drone, it's never going to be a huge champion in the wind, but I do expect the Flip to have at least a little bit more capability in those stronger breezes where the Neo struggled. As far as image quality goes, I don't think think we're gonna see any huge improvements with the DJI Flip. It's got that 1/1.3 inch CMOS sensor that we love so much on the Neo, on the Avata 2, on the Mini 3, the Mini 4, and even the Air 3. Fantastic little sensor, especially when you consider all of the work DJI has done to implement firmware that allows the drone to process the image and give you that crisp, clean image, that professional looking image right off the drone. So I think we're gonna get basically the same image quality that we've seen over the last 4 or 5 drones from DJI, but for this particular drone and what it's purposed for, that is exactly what it needs. There's no need to go overboard with the image quality. This is gonna be used largely by hobbyists or folks that are just using drones for a different perspective, for their family vacations, for their content, whatever the case may be. It doesn't need to be something that is Netflix certified for use. It just needs to be able to put out decent image quality, and we know DJI is capable of much more than that in their consumer level drones. I think we're gonna see the same thing here with the DJI Flip, but who knows? Maybe they'll find a way to surprise me and implement a new system for color science, a new shooting mode, whether it's implementing D-Log, D-Cinelike, whatever the case may be. Very interested to see what comes with the DJI Flip. What I'm really interested to know is what you think. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you excited for the Flip, or is this just another money grab by DJI? Let me know down in the comments below, especially if you plan on buying it or not. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up icon down below. It helps me out a lot, helps get this video out into the algorithm to more viewers like yourself. If you really love this video and you love drone content shot by drones, about drones, and for drone pilots, my friend, this is the channel for you. Make sure you get subscribed if you haven't already, and while you're at it, hit the bell icon too. You'll get a notification every time I post a new video. Until next time, I'm Chris the Drone Geek, and I'm out of here. See ya. Yo, what you say?